And welcome to Scootti Puff Jr.'s RPGs.
Oh, and Tate is featured in here. Yeah, that's right. A black dude is into RPGs too. It happens.
So, you've seen Angry Interracial Game Crew, you've seen Tate's Corner, and here's a segment that we've started to begin, and it is Scootti Puff Jr.'s RPGs. If you do not know what we're talking about, I'm sure Tate would be happy in letting you know what Scootti Puff Jr. is.
Scootti Puff Jr. Well, Scootti Puff Jr. is a play on his last name, which is Scott. You know, because he's Scottish. So, his last name is Scott. So, out of that just came a whole bunch of variations of his name, like Scootti Puff Jr., obviously. Scott, Scooty, Koopy Scooty, Scootti Puff Jr., Scootti Puff Sr.
Scootti Puff Sr. is my father. Our father.
Technically his by birth, but mine by, pure love and happiness.
And today we're going to be doing a short, not too long, not too short, little playthrough and discussion over Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Among other things.
Indeed. This is a game that I've spent probably the most amount of time on ever. I was really just obsessed with it in 7th grade, and it's one of my favorite games besides, as I'm sure you've noticed from other playthroughs, Dark Souls. So this is one of the best, and if I can benefit, it would benefit you greatly to play this game. Trust me, it's you will not regret it. It's just hundreds of hours of game time.
It makes your life so much better.
And just tons of variations and tons of different things that you can do to make it great.
Rainbows and sunshine.
Should I name a Master Stucco or the Zarn?
Zard.
Zarn?
Zarn?
The Zarn. From Land of the Lost.
Why don't you make him the Czar?
I have to name him either Master Stucco.
I think Master Stucco's better. Alright,
so we're going to go with Master Stucco. That is named after my old Chinese water dragon, which is not an actual dragon, it's a lizard, and he was big and he looked like an Argonian. So, Ermagerd! Okay.
JK, it was a real dragon.
It was pretty much the realest dragon ever. It pooped a lot.
You know kimono dragons? They don't got nothing on him.
Look at that sexy face. I might show you guys the Carl later in this video.
No.
Possibly.
Not yet.
Yeah,
They're not ready for it.
That's something.
They're not ready for the Carl.
He's really fast. Wow.
He's fast.
That's weird. What's going on?
He's fast like his Negro heritage.
Whatever. Irma, serve. Alright. Just the sheer amount of things going on in this game that you can do is it's really just an amazing game. I don't know how they got so much in there, and there's so many things you can do. You just can't run out of stuff to do. It never gets boring. So, all enemies drop things. They drop whatever they're wearing and whatever weapons they're using. You can be a mage, a rogue, which is like a scout kind of thing. You could be an archer. You can be a warrior, which I tend to be on this game. And there are various types of mages that you can be. There's destruction base, which is lightning, fire, and ice. There's restoration, which is just healing magic. Normally, there's illusion, which is stuff, and alteration. And I'm not quite familiar with illusion and alteration because I've never used that before. Conjuration is something that Tate's more familiar with, so I'll let him explain that.
Conjuration is my personal favorite magic art, namely because of my love of team play. I love playing in a team kind of setting, which is partially because of my love of sports, which is in my section, Sports Tate's Corner. Or Tate's Sports Corner. Or Tate's Corner, period. And also, what you'll notice is I have a slight stutter, which has just been a really bad problem of mine, like, all my life forever. So don't make fun of me, or I'll ban you! I'll do it!
No, they won't. No, we won't.
We need fun of me. Like,
we need people to know who we are, so people think we're cool, and then we get sponsored by Machinima. Oh.
But anyway, yeah, see, just Conjuration, I think, is fun because I'm usually a rogue. I like just stabbing people in the back. You know, no one ever trusts me for that reason, except for this retard right beside me, Scootti Puff Jr. For some reason, he trusts me. I don't know why. Just gonna, yeah. So, I like just sneaking up on people. I like the archery. So, I need something to tank for me. And that's where Conjuration comes in. Conjuration is a very, very good example of supply and demand kind of thing. I'm just gonna steal that dude's torch. Alright. Anyway. But, basically, if you need someone to tank for you, then Conjuration is always a good option. Because instead of actually just having to avoid them or have to use up a lot of, let's say, magicka rather, on high cost spells that will either kill them or it might not, and if it doesn't, then you're just dead, you're done, kid. Or just having to sneak up on them and doing all that. You can just take your time with the tank Conjuration Dramora. Then, you know, it's more likely that you won't die, honestly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh yeah, the skeevers.
Give me
yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been playing Dark Souls almost every day for the last couple of months, so it's gonna take me a little bit to get used to the controls again on this game. So give me some slack here. Don't make fun of me.
Make fun of him.
Or else I'll hurt myself.
Make fun of him so hard.
Make fun of him so good, girl. Oh, does that always have the little slow thing? I guess so. There is a trick to the lock picking on this game that Tate taught me. You'll hear when... Here, I'll show you a different example later, because it's hard to explain. I'm used to lock on. So again, I'm not doing too good on the controls really right now. But yeah, and yeah. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and be a rogue kind of thing, because that's what seems to work pretty well for me. This game gives you, at the beginning of this game, you get a really wide variety of, you have a ton of options to start it out. You have pretty much everything you need from the second you start out to decide what you want to be. What am I forgot how to use this. Oh, there we go.
Shoot him in the beardy.
Gosh, this is weird. Not used to this.
See, yet another time that a nice tank conjuration build would a nice tank conjuration would complement very well. This right here, when you have you have a scout kind of rogue based character.
This is so weird. I don't know what I'm doing. Crap.
When you're stuck in a situation like this, you have a bow, which is your more effective weapon.
I am sorry, guys.
You need something to kill him, and you need something to take some attention away from you. You can just conjure up, let's say, a flame Dremora, or like a Dremora.
Flame Atronach.
No, Atronach.
Do you mean a flame?
I keep on thinking Dremora Lord from Skyrim. Because that was like...
I'm not sure if you can use a Dremora Lord on this game or not, but
that is so gay if they don't.
They should. Ah, God, my foot. I broke my foot about a week ago, or 2 weeks ago. My girlfriend took my phone, so I ran after her to get it, and I hit my foot on a door frame. That's how dumb it was, but...
It was pretty dumb, man.
And I've been choosing to run on it at football, even though I'm not supposed to be for a couple of weeks, and it's a terrible idea for me to be doing that because it hurts like booties. Not even the good kind of booties either.
The bad kind. The flabby kind.
Yeah.
The kind that's on your 7th grade English teacher. Whose first name is Virginia. Yeah, that kind of booty.
I didn't know you were on the blue team.
Oh, I wasn't. I just had a study hall with her.
Oh.
It was awful.
Yeah.
She found a way to yell at us then.
She was on some vein guy commercial.
Oh,
and she was like, oh my god, my veins are so good now because of these guys. Did you see his face? He did that face you do when you try to open your mouth really wide. I'm one accident-prone guy. I'm either sick or injured, or both at the same time. And I'm lucky enough to have both at the same time right now. Cal E123 Dubs. He helped me a lot when I played on Dark Souls, my first playthrough or my second playthrough when I was trying to go for a speed run. Which we're doing. I was trying to decide if we're going to do like a slow walkthrough kind of thing for our playthrough on Dark Souls, but I think we're going to do a speed run because it takes about 30 to 40 hours to beat, and that's half an hour or less. Each part is going to leave a lot of parts, so we're just going to try to do a speed run, go in as fast as we can, use summoning and stuff like that, even though it's not very booty. I just love all the options on this game that you can do when you're just starting out. It's not like you don't have to build up your stats at the beginning to have a build like some games. Everything that you need is right there for you the second you need it. I mean, it's just a great... Bethesda games are normally pretty good about that, and I don't have a single bad thing to say about this. It's just... It blows me away. I'm almost speechless. Except I'm not. So yeah. Alright, if you'll pay attention to the sound that makes here, when I move this up, it'll make a slow clicking sound. You'll hear 2 clicks kind of slow after the other instead of like really quick. You'll hear the really quick ones when you get to easy through very hard. You don't want to, if you're playing this on PS3, when you click it, you'll want to press X when it reaches the top, or on an Xbox you'll want to press A. So don't press X at the top unless it does the slow 2 clicking things as opposed to the really fast one. That way you'll get it almost every time. It requires patience, but it's worth it. You don't log pits can sometimes be pretty hard to come by after you run out of them. And it's not fun to not be able to get through some areas. So just because you don't have the log picks. So I would suggest trying to save them and be patient with the lock picking system, because it will. And plus, if you get everything on your first tries, it'll build your skill up much faster than if you didn't. So just something to think about. Honestly, I love all Bethesda games, but I have to say this is my favorite. I liked more if Morrowind had a little bit better graphics and better like controls, then it would be a much better game because of how it looks and all the armor and just the feel of that game is just amazing. And that's something that there was a huge mod for that was in Oblivion. If I'm not mistaken, it was going to be an official modification for on Bethesda.com, but I don't know what happened. But it's only a PC thing, and it was only a PC mod, and you have to have Morrowind, and you have to have Morrowind and Oblivion, and both of the add-ons of Morrowind to be able to use it. And you download it. It's a big file, but it is worth it. It's a great mod. It will put a and once you leave the sewers, which is the place right after this, there will be a dock, and since I am playing it on PS3 right now, you won't see it. But there would be a ship that would take you to Morrowind. It would start. It's basically what it is really you're like playing Morrowind, but with the graphics and the gameplay and the controls of this game. It's just amazing, and it's almost exactly. It is exactly like Morrowind. I'm not sure. I haven't played all the way through it, so I don't think it has all of the side quests, but it has a lot of them, and it has the entire main quest. So if you think about, I have this on PC and PS3, and that's what if you're heavy into gaming and modding and console commands and stuff like that, then I would definitely get it for PC. Because the modding community is tremendous. You've got millions of mods, and some of them are great, some of them not so great, but it's just, it blows me away how awesome this game is, and I hope everybody can get as much out of it as I did.
In my personal opinion, I am a very action-based person. I enjoy RPGs and I do enjoy storylines. I was a humongous fan of Dragon Age Origins, and Dragon Age 2 was awful. And but this game is a bit of a slower game. It was a change of pace for me when I first got it. You know, I didn't like it at first, and then my friend Cooper, the little saint he is, told me to just, give it a try, give it another couple hours. So I did, and, I found myself playing it for an entire weekend, and then for another week, and then for another month, and then, things kept on going from there, and, I haven't stopped since. I really enjoy this game. Probably not nearly as much as my friend here, just because if he had a choice between his life and this game, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I might get murdered over this game if I ever tried to take it from him.
And the thing is that got this game by I traded when a couple years ago. I had this game for PS3, and he had Black Ops, and I really wanted Black Ops, but I didn't want to spend all the money, so I traded him Oblivion for Black Ops, because I had Oblivion for PC, and then I realized later that I modded it almost too much, and I used console commands too much, so it kind of just made it too easy, and the challenge was gone. And
So basically, I got the good end of the deal here.
so I ended up buying it again. No, it was when I turned 14, I think. So a couple of years ago, and it's never failed me. It never ceases to amaze me. It's a great game.
The skies are marked with numberless. I know.
See what you're doing here. You're getting a sign. This one will give you 100-point bonus to Magicka, but it also gives you 100% weakness to magic. So it doubles your weakness, but adds a lot of Magicka. So it's kind of for you to really choose, but I personally would not use it. Lady, I don't think I've ever used this. It has 10 points to your willpower and endurance. Endurance is mostly your equipment load. No, I'm sorry. Endurance mainly increases your health. Strength will increase your equipment load, which is very useful.
Basically, the lady is a very all-around good one. You can use it whenever, whatever kind of build that you're getting. It's pretty good. No real drawbacks.
It's decent. It's this is a good one because the mage ability, it'll add 50 points to your Magicka, and it has no repercussions, so that's pretty good. This one grants a 10-point bonus to your agility, speed, and luck, which is very useful if you're going to be a thief. It's great. Agility is things like acrobatics, which will help you jump higher, keep you from getting hurt when you fall far, and luck will increase the rare how rare items are. The items, I'm sorry. The drop rate, item drop rate, and how rare these items are. This, I would not get this. No.
Yeah.
Just do not ever get this. You can't regain your magic, which is really not useful. Unless you're fighting almost 100% magic-based characters, I would not get this. It's increased by 150 points, which you would think is good for the start, but then you can't, unless you have a bunch of potions and you're facing a lot of magic attacking enemies. Do not get this. The Lord, this is what I always get. You're born under the Lord, which gives you the Blood of the North lesser power that regenerates up to 90 points of health. It's a healing spell. You can use as many times as you want. It uses quite a bit of magicka at the beginning, but it will regenerate a lot of health, and it'll go fast, and it'll last for a long time. So, but the only problem is that you'll gain a Shulkin Curse, which gives you a permanent 25% weakness to fire, which is not much, so I would not worry about that. The Lover,
it's not very.
Yeah, this is powers. Or I don't use powers because you can only use them once per in-game day, and this is just stupid.
This one in particular is not good.
It's terrible.
It's 10 seconds of paralyzation for 120 points fatigue, plus
you can only use them once a day. This
particular power is really bad.
Yeah.
It's not,
and you can only pick one, so you're giving up all these other good things for something stupid like that. This is another power. It's a powerful restore health spell, and you can turn the undead, which means you can, if something's undead, you can make it work for you as opposed to trying to hurt you.
So basically, with this gift, you get 2 powers. You get 2 powers, but I still wouldn't get it. It's a lot better than the lover, but it's not really anything that I'd recommend getting, honestly.
Yes, and so a commonly confused things are there's raising the undead and turning the undead. Raising the undead, if there's I see a dead body over there. Say you want a dead body. There's a powerful enemy that you killed, and there are other enemies coming towards you. If you want that powerful enemy to help you in your help you for 30 seconds to a minute, something like that, then you can use raise the undead for him to become your thrall. And turn the undead is if an enemy is not if only an undead enemy, not something that you've raised, but say a zombie or a skeleton or something like that, is alive, you can turn it to work for you. So the serpent, let's see what this is, causes a slow but potent poison on touch, while simultaneously curing yourself and dispelling magic on yourself. Casting this costs 100 points of fatigue.
The power itself isn't that bad, but just the fact that it's among these, that you probably wouldn't want to use this. If it was a spell, well, no. Is it a spell?
This is a spell, but it costs 100 fatigue. That's weird.
That is sort of weird. Now, this is not that awful of a choice, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you have a specific need to do it.
Correct. And this is also, I would assume, I don't get poison much. Poison isn't really a worry of mine. So
this would be good in very specific situations.
Yes, and depending on how, like, say you want to go through the I was thinking College of Winterhold from Skyrim, but if you want to go through the Arcane University, then I would recommend using this, because then you'd be fighting a lot of magic-based enemies. Just a second, I'm going to see how long this has been running. I don't want to go too far over my good time. It's 27 minutes. I'll give it a couple more minutes. Maybe doing it in a couple parts to kind of help people get started.
Yeah, let's cut this into, well, no,
a few parts.
This specific one, I don't know if we should cut it into parts.
I wouldn't want to do a really long video.
I mean, but like, we didn't. Let's just go through let's just finish these last few off.
I'll just go through the tutorial. Sorry for the pause there, but yeah, again, this is a great one for if you're going against magic-based enemies, because it will dispel magic, which means you cannot. No one can attack you. Oh, dispelling. If there's a magic attack that is hurting you, you can dispel it.
Yeah, like a magic effect.
Yes, but it doesn't mean you can't get hit by magic. It's not that great. This is good if you're an assassin and you need to get out of a sticky situation, because you can only use it once a day, but you will become completely invisible for 60 seconds. And there's definitely a difference between chameleon and invisible. Chameleon means people can know that you're there. There's percentages of chameleon, and 100% chameleon is invisible. It's very useful. You can sneak better. There's a lot of stuff. Invisibility and chameleon. This is great. This is a pretty good one. It will grant a 20 point bonus to your speed attribute, which I like because you can move around faster. And I cannot. And I, like on Dark Souls, I sprint everywhere because I hate on RPGs. I hate just walking slowly. The tower key power once a day open.
This is
good.
Awful.
This is okay for the starting game, but I would not use it.
Well, I'm I'm particularly, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I'm particularly good at picking locks. So I have no use almost whatsoever for that. The warrior is a good ability, especially if you're going to go heavy.
Like tank.
Yeah, if you're going a heavy tank kind of thing.
But again, I'm definitely gonna have to go with the Lord. But the build that I normally do is a heavy armored, one-handed weapon kind of thing. And I almost never use a mage on Oblivion. I will on Skyrim though, but I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to use a warrior class or a rogue class on this.
My personal choice would usually be the thief because I'm usually a rogue type
The
character.
end of my path.
Because I enjoy sneaking around, stabbing people in the back, shooting them with arrows and all that.
I like doing that on Skyrim, but in this game not so much because I'm better at like the close combat kind of stuff. I'm not gonna pay attention to this because we don't have much time.
I go tonight.
Sorry if you were thinking this was gonna be a funny episode. This was just kind of a letting you know the deal.
You may as well make.
So, whatever.
Stick close and let us do our job.
I'll get through this
Don't get in our
tutorial, and then I will the tutorial level, and then I will stop this. So this might run a little bit over, and I apologize to anybody who was annoyed by this. I didn't even notice that I had no health. And that is where the Blood of the North spell would come in handy, because now I can cast it. And as you can see, my health is regenerating, and it's regenerating at a pretty good rate, and quite a bit of it. It restored all my health, so we're pretty close to it, I think. Yeah, it restored all of it. Though I do not have much health right now because I just started out. So the leveling on this game is very strange to me. Crap, I'm dead.
Oh, that was so many luck.
Yeah. Ah! Go away! I was used to blocking. Look at how he died. He's like, oh no. Ooh, don't hurt me.
Oh, what a delicate young flower. If you know what I mean. It means I deflowered him while he died. You're welcome.
I'm just gonna get through this. I don't feel like going through the sewers. It's not very fun, and I really need to wrap this up.
Looks clear. Come on. We're almost through to the sewers.
I do apologize for the amount of time this is taking. Unless you were looking for something like this.
A trap! What about that side hatch? Worth a try. Let's go.
Worth a try. Let's go. Hi, let's go. Kingatsu. Taisaturu mono, protect my bowels. Boko ga worry, so let's fighting. Let's fighting, love.
It's a dead end. What's your post?
What are you watching?
Wait here. Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your light. For the
I can go no further. You alone.
What is
stand
this
against
called?
the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must
Harlem
not be the
Exorcist.
amulet of kings.
If you're wondering what we were just laughing at, we were laughing at a video called the Harlem Exorcist Shake.
Look at it.
Where'd he go?
You're lucky I like it. They must. No, although first, it's a. There.
Look at that fag.
Hoo-hoo.
I tend to make that. Combat, yes. Strength, speed, or endurance. Strength and speed, strength and endurance. And I'll go ahead and say acrobatics, athletics, blade, block. Heavy armor, security, and sneak. I'm gonna go ahead and say adventure, whatever.
Really? You good? I'll fight.
Alright. Well, that's going to be the end of this episode of Scootti Puff Jr.'s RPGs. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.